Welcome back, fellow thrill seekers, to our shadowed enclave, where we unravel the mysteries of the macabre. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of the unholy, a realm where the echoes of prayers mingle with the whispers of dread. Step with us into the sanctum of terror as we peel back the veil on 3 bone-chilling accounts that defy explanation. Within the hallowed halls, meant to offer solace, lies a tapestry woven with fear and trepidation. These are not your run-of-the-mill ghost stories. These are visceral encounters with the unknown, etched into the annals of reality itself. Join us as we navigate the labyrinth of the unexplained and confront the darkness that lurks within. So, my fellow seekers of the sinister, dim the lights, draw closer, and brace yourselves for a journey into the depths of terror. These tales will chill you to the bone and leave you questioning the very fabric of existence. Are you ready to face the nightmares that dwell within the shadows of the sacred? Let us begin. Story 1. The Sinister Congregation. Back in high school, I had 2 close friends, Jason and Brian. After graduation, Jason moved to Lexington, South Carolina, due to his father's work. Brian and I visited Jason's new house one weekend, and out of boredom, we decided to explore the nearby forest and countryside. The area was beautiful and peaceful, but our adventure took a turn when we got lost. As we wandered deeper into the woods, the sun began to set, casting eerie shadows among the trees. Panic started to set in as we realized we had no idea which direction to go. With no signs of civilization in sight, we felt a growing sense of unease. It was then that we stumbled upon an old, red-bricked church nestled in the heart of the forest. The sight of it offered a glimmer of hope in our desperate situation. Approaching the church, we noticed the dilapidated state of the building, with its overgrown bushes and dirt parking lot. Several rusted cars, relics from decades past, were scattered around, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Despite the ominous surroundings, we were relieved to hear gospel music emanating from within the church. Perhaps there were people inside who could help us. As we entered the church, the atmosphere changed instantly. The once peaceful melody of gospel music now seemed haunting, and the dimly lit interior cast long shadows across the pews. We cautiously made our way further inside, our footsteps echoing in the silence. It was then that we encountered the congregation. The sight of them sent chills down our spines. Their tattered clothes and vacant stares made them appear almost otherworldly. As we nervously explained our situation, the congregation's reaction was chilling. No one spoke, and their unwavering gazes bore into us like daggers. Feeling increasingly uneasy, we decided to leave, but the atmosphere grew even more oppressive as we made our way to the door. It was as though the very air itself was thick with tension. As we stepped back into the fading light of the forest, we couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Our escape from the church was swift, but the memory of those vacant stares haunted us long after. To this day, I can't help but wonder about the sinister congregation we encountered in the depths of the forest, and what dark secrets lay hidden within that old, abandoned church. Story 2. The Haunted Church and the Ouija Board. About 8 years ago, my friends James, Sean, and I, all 19, decided to explore an abandoned church in New Jersey. Known for our thrill-seeking antics, we brought along a Ouija board for added excitement. It was October, the perfect time for a spooky adventure. As we made our way through the woods towards the abandoned church, the air grew thick with anticipation. The moon cast an eerie glow over the surrounding trees, and the rustling of leaves seemed to whisper secrets of the past. We finally reached the church, its crumbling facade illuminated by the faint light of our flashlights. Entering the church, we were greeted by the musty smell of decay and the sound of our footsteps echoing off the walls. Graffiti adorned the crumbling pillars, and cobwebs hung from the rafters like macabre decorations. Setting up the Ouija board, we couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement mingled with trepidation. As Sean lit the candles, their flickering flames cast dancing shadows across the walls. The atmosphere grew tense as we placed our fingers on the planchette and began to ask questions. At first, the planchette moved slowly, almost imperceptibly. But as we continued, its movements grew more pronounced. Suddenly, a loud crack echoed through the church, causing us to jump in fear. We turned our flashlights towards the source of the sound, but saw nothing. The oppressive silence that followed was broken only by the sound of our racing hearts. It was then that we heard it, a soft whispering coming from the darkness. Terrified, we abandoned the Ouija board and fled from the church, the sound of our footsteps echoing through the night. As we stumbled out into the moonlit clearing, we couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. Looking back, we saw nothing but darkness, but we knew that something malevolent lurked within the abandoned church. The next day, Sean and James returned to retrieve the Ouija board, but it was gone. The candles remained, their flickering flames a grim reminder of the horrors we had encountered. To this day, I can't shake the feeling that we disturbed something ancient and malevolent within that abandoned church, a darkness that still lingers in the shadows. Story 3. The Cult Meeting. This happened in Warren County, Georgia. My friend Marissa and I were exploring the area, considering moving there. As Roman Catholics, we decided to check out a small church with several cars in the parking lot. We thought a mass was taking place, so we stepped inside. The church was small, with only 5 rows of pews, but it was packed with around 20 people, all appearing to be in their 30s and 40s. As we sat down, we noticed everyone turning to stare at us with unwelcoming glares. There were no women present, except for Marissa. A man in a mask, standing by the altar, pointed at us and demanded to know who invited us. Realizing this was not a Catholic mass, I explained we were passing by and wanted to join the service. The man ordered us to leave immediately. We hurried out of the church and noticed a gray van following us as we drove away. Fearing for our safety, Marissa directed us to the Warren County Sheriff's Office. The van continued to follow us, but drove past when we pulled into the parking lot. We later realized we had stumbled into a cult meeting. The entire experience was terrifying, and we never looked back at Warren County again. The strange stares, the masked man, and the van following us made it clear that we had narrowly escaped a potentially dangerous situation. Conclusion. As we conclude our journey through the chilling depths of these true church horror stories, one thing becomes abundantly clear. The supposed sanctity of these sacred grounds can often mask the darkest of secrets. From encounters with sinister congregations to the haunting echoes of Ouija board experiments gone awry, these tales serve as stark reminders of the unknown that lurks within the shadows. Each story, woven with fear and uncertainty, leaves an indelible mark on the soul, reminding us that even in places meant for solace, darkness can take root. As we reflect on the eerie encounters recounted here, let us not forget the lingering sense of unease that accompanies each tale, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. But fear not, fellow seekers of the sinister, for knowledge is the key to understanding, and understanding is the first step towards conquering our deepest fears. So, as we bid farewell to the haunted halls and ominous whispers of these church horror stories, let us carry with us the lessons learned and the courage gained in the face of the unknown.